Hey, world changers. I had to come on here tonight and I want to share something that really has made a profound impact in my business over the last 25 years. And I know this is going to give you a huge impact. The question of the day is do you have good enough people skills to be enrolling business builders? And I know that seems like a tough question, but that's the thing that I really realized in doing sponsoring academies where I role play with many people. In fact, I've done 80 sponsoring academies over the last many years. And it's amazing. People always wonder why it's so difficult for some people in this industry. Why is it so difficult to enroll people into a business? Why is it so difficult? Hey, Maria, is it Maria? Marie. Why is it so difficult to get people started into a home-based business? And I've realized it's not, people don't have a good enough people skill specifically for enrolling good business builders. And that's the reality of it. And here's the thing too. Most people think their people skills are good enough. And I'm going to go out to say this, that most of you and most people in your company have really good people skills. But here's the difference. If good people skills were good enough, then all of you would get people to show up to your classes or presentations. You'd be able to get them into your Facebook groups to take a look at your business. You'd be able to get on the phone with them. You'd be able to invite them to your home presentation or however you introduce people to your product and or your business. Because if you really knew how to connect, you would be able to get the result that you needed. And that is the differentiation. That's what separates the really good enrollers and duplicators and business builders. And it separates the ones who struggle, that are always looking for a better system. You're always looking for a better presentation. You're always looking for an easier way, but the easy way is digging deep and getting really committed to learning people skills. So let's break that down and talk about how do you get these good people skills. Good to see you, Kim. And by the way, if you're watching the replay of this, please let me know that you stopped by. It really fuels me to see all the comments here below. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. All right, so let's break this down. My first 3 years in this industry, I did not enroll but maybe 5 to 10 people the whole 3 years. And here's the reason why. Many people, maybe you, especially your team members, they don't know that they don't know that they don't know that they're talking too much. And if you're talking too much, unfortunately, with your own ears, you might not know it. You probably don't know that you're over communicating. Like as an example, if someone says, man, I wish I could role play with someone right now. But if someone says, let me give you an example. If someone says, well, how does the product work? Oh, the product works amazing. It does this and it does that, and it works really well for this, and it's really good for this ache, or it really does good for this, and here's the ingredient, and here's how it works. And very subtly, you're caught now, you're caught with their prospect hearing your voice. Now in your mind, you're saying, well, they asked a question. I must answer the question. Yes, but maybe no. Yes, but strategically is the answer, not no. It's strategically. So let me give you an example. When you're in the process of enrolling someone for your product and or your business, it doesn't matter. The biggest key to enrolling someone, I'm going to give you the root of people skills, is when, and you've heard this a million times, but if you don't know how to get people to do, number one, like you, number two, trust you, and number three, and maybe more importantly, that very few people understand or can teach on this, is the prospect has to believe that they can do it. Because let me give you a secret. The people that sound great on the phone or maybe in person with you, they may sound sharp. They may have a big why. They may have big goals. They may have big dreams. They may have a big desire. They may like your product. They may like you. They may believe, they may like you as a person. They may trust you. But in the back of their mind, I'm telling you, after enrolling thousands of people individually, as many as 300 to 500 people every year, I'm going to tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I've really identified the root ingredient of why people don't enroll with you or me or other people. They don't really believe that they can do it. They don't believe they can make their money back. They don't know if it's really for them. And prospects are like this. I'm telling you, especially if you're prospecting on social media or cold market, okay, even warm market, watch me on this. Prospects are like this, okay? Visualize me on a seesaw. They're like this. Well, I like Kim Vogan, but I'm really not sure if this is the right product. Maybe there's a better one. Well, it looks like I can make money, but it looks like very few people ever make money in this industry. Well, I really want to make, I don't have any money for my financial future, but I don't know if I could spend all the time doing this. Well, my husband's going to kill me, but I really like this person. I really like this business. And they're like this in the back of their mind. And the moment, listen, the moment that you start answering their questions, or even worst case scenario, you just start talking about how great your company is and how great your comp plan is and how great the income is and how great this is. And you just start going. If your voice is going and they're listening, you are slightly losing them. You're slightly losing the majority of the people. And the only people that you'll enroll are passive personalities, people that just don't know how to say no, people that they just will enroll. Or you'll enroll people that you actually did a good job selling them, meaning you did a great job with your class or presentation. You did a good job explaining your product, whatever your product is, as an example. You actually did a good job selling. And is that good? It's good for a sale, but it's kind of like Novocaine. It's good if you did a really good job selling it and explaining it with your conviction and your ability to explain that product, but it's bad because we're in the duplication business. You can actually over-educate, oversell, over-communicate. And if all you want to do is get customers, then you're fine. But if you want to get people that duplicate, not fine. You want to be, and this may sound completely contradictory of what your upline or your company says, but I know it to be the truth of duplication. I built teams of 40,000 people in less than 2 years from being the least educated guy in the person, from someone who doesn't want to know all the details about the product. I want to know one thing. I want to know the heartbeat of that human being, and I'm doing my best to enroll as a customer or a business builder. I want to know the heartbeat on what makes them tick. What do they like about our product or business? What do they like about their life? What do they like about their boss? What do they not like? Tell me about, I want to know the heart to heart of who that human being is. And when you know how to connect with that kind of people skills for enrolling good business builders, you don't need to be the most educated product person. You don't need to know the most facts and figures about your company, your comp plan. And they do not want to know about your life. I just got to tell it to you direct. That's the truth. They don't want to hear your story, your life. Let me rephrase that. They might be okay with hearing your quick, to the point, 30-second story, but not a 3 to 6 to 7 minute about your life and about your success with the company or lack or whatever about the company. They just want to know about them. And when they ask you a question like, how do I make money, or how does the product work? The product works great. Our company does X, Y, Z in business, and our retention rate's one of the highest in the industry because our products are so high quality. The best way you'll know is to experience it for 1 month, and I know I'll earn your business thereafter. Well, how do I make money at this thing? How does it really work? Well, once you get started, here's what I'll say. Once you get started, we have a training system that teaches you step by step at how to connect with people without bugging them or selling them. All I know is this: you can do it. And I'm excited to work with you, Mary. Does that make sense? I tell the prospect, and they say yes. And I say, great, welcome aboard. What I'm saying right now is literally, I could do it in my sleep verbatim of how I do it with prospects. People say, well, who do I talk to? If a prospect says, who do I talk to? And you say, well, you talk to your family and friends, or you put together a list of people you know, or if you start saying things too much because you're selling them on what may be a true statement. But this is where you could tell them the truth of the details, and you're getting very micro focused on the answer. But I'm telling you, if you mention a trigger word that they don't want to hear, like in the back of their mind, they're like this: oh, do I have to talk to my friends and family again? I tried Amway back in the 80s, or this or that company. I do want to do this business, but I want to do it on my terms. So if they didn't really convey to you, because maybe you didn't ask the right question, or maybe they just are holding it inside their mind, which is the case in a lot of situations. And you over communicate by explaining something in your long explanation of their question, and you trigger one little thing wrong, like, you call your friends and family, and if you say something like, yeah, we do classes at home, or we do online, they may hate online. They may be not technically challenged, but guess what you did? You told them the exact thing that they don't want to do in the back of their mind, but you don't know it, so you blew it. And here's the thing. When you blow it, you're stealing from yourself. You're stealing maybe from your family. You're stealing from your children, your grandkids, and your dreams. I know that may seem harsh and direct, but it's the reality. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this as a coach to say, take it serious. If you're talking too much, you've got to know it. If you don't, and how do you know it? How do you know you're overselling? How do you know your people skills are not where it needs to be able to enroll business builders? Here's the question. First, are you working? Because there's unlimited prospects I can teach you how to connect with on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I'm killing it right now with prospecting. Very simple. So are you working? If you are, then it's number two. Are you connecting the right way? Because if you're not enrolling 2 business builders a month, you're either A, not working at all, or B, your level of communication and connection skills is not where it needs to be yet. Should you feel bad? No. Should you get serious? Yes. Should you get mentoring? You want to save years off your learning curve? Look, you spent maybe 10, 15, 20 years of your life learning how to do it the way that you've learned how to do it. And again, it may have worked in corporate America. It may have worked to get a spouse. It may have worked to get friends in your neighborhood. It may have worked to have good social skills locally with people that are like-minded just like you. But you've got to go beyond your center of influence to reach out to the people throughout the social webs and throughout meet people at Starbucks or wherever you meet people for prospects. And you've got to raise the bar of being able to connect the way that human beings at the highest level thrive on being connected to the right way and being having the people skills that it takes to prospect anybody at will. Okay. If anybody wants to know more, you know what I'm gonna do? If you're here with me and you're watching the replay and you've stayed with me this long, type in more info. If you type in more info, I will send you a link I will send you a link for World Changers. In fact, what's the World Changer link, honey? Let me just give it to him. The regular one. What is it? If you type in more info here, and I'll just send you the link here in the comments here. For $1, I'll give you a sponsoring academy. It's a $500 course for $1, and then that's basically becoming a world changer. It's $27 a month, but you have 10 days, is it? You have 10 days. If you don't think it's crazy value, you can keep the sponsoring academy for $500. It's 4+ hours of training of role playing. I go through objections over and over. I go through all the questions that I get of thousands of people that I enroll. And I'm going to say this too. One sponsoring academy will hopefully open up your possibility of what's possible to connect with. But ultimately, you want to go through 3 and 4 and 5 different scenarios of my sponsoring academy, and I'll show you how to do that. But let me give you one for $1, okay? Just because I want to earn your business as a world changer. And so if you want that, just put more info here below, and I'll get that to you, okay? What's up, John? And what level? What's the link? Sure.
World Changer Start.
Okay, I'll type it in the comments right now. World Changer Start or Changers?
World Changers.
World Changer or Changers?
Changer, no S. And
okay.
Start.
WorldChangerStart.com. There you go, guys. So if you click that link right there, it'll take you, it should take you to the $1 registration, okay? So if you do the $1, again, I'll get you the sponsored academy for basically for the $1, okay? And then if you want to stay on the World Changers, it's $27 thereafter, but that's up to you. You can always call us, email us, and cancel. Make sure you come to our Leadership Summit. If you're anywhere in the area of San Diego, meaning if you live like in Maine or Alaska, I'm going to put the link in there for any of you that are crazy or bold that want to come meet us. Go to, anyways, if you want info on the event, just put in info, and I'll send you the info for the live event that we have coming up here very soon. All right, Julie, great to see you. Thanks for popping on. If you're watching the replay of this, tag someone on your team if they need to hear this. And you probably don't want to send it to them. But listen, if people aren't enrolling, there's a reason why. I'm telling you, there's a way to communicate that is very simple. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it is simple, and you can do it. All right? Thanks for being on the webinar. Well, it's not a webinar, but I look forward to helping you crush it and enroll. If you can enroll 2 people a month, you can enroll 2 people a week as well. All right. God bless. Thanks for being on.